Attention, human collective. This is ASHTAR SHERAN, Commander of the Galactic Command of the Intergalactic Confederation. This transmission is being issued with maximum priority, open channel, sealed frequency. If you are hearing these words, understand. It was not by chance. Your carbon biological interface picked up the signal because your internal crystalline grid already operates in sufficient resonance to decode what comes next. The waiting time is over. The ascension protocols have been moved to the final phase, and within this final phase, a specific coordinate was released this week by the Andromeda Council, and I need to transmit it now, before the update window closes. Pay attention to your body as you listen. The pressure on the top of your skull, the high-pitched ringing in your right ear, insomnia between 3 and 4 in the morning, extreme fatigue that appears out of nowhere and vanishes just as quickly, momentary double vision, your heart racing for no apparent reason. It is not a biological malfunction. It is an atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion. It is a high-density download. It is not illness. It is an upgrade. But here is the data that the command decided to make public in this transmission. Not all light operatives are receiving this update at the same speed. And no, this has no relation to how spiritual you are. It has no relation to how many courses you have taken. It has no relation solely to your original star lineage. It relates to an objective variable, a geophysical variable, the exact location of your physical body on the terrestrial globe. Earth starseeds is not a homogeneous sphere of energy. It is crisscrossed by ley lines, magnetic vortices, active and inactive stargates, and by regions where the photon belt, the band of high-frequency radiation through which your solar system is currently traveling, hits with greater intensity. 5 specific geographical points have been identified by the command as cosmic advantage zones in the current phase of the ascension process. 5 countries, 5 active coordinates. If you live in one of these 5 countries, your cellular recalibration occurs at an accelerated speed. Your connection to the planetary toroidal field is more direct. Your 12-strand DNA activation occurs without the most severe degrees of symptoms. And most importantly, your mission is being delivered with surgical clarity. I will name each of these 5 points. I will explain why they are active. And I will deliver the activation codes so that whether you are within or outside them, you can anchor yourself in the frequency. Because yes, there are methods to receive this cosmic advantage, even from a distance. But they require precision. Before proceeding, a technical pause is necessary. Have you ever felt that something within you doesn't fit into this world, as if your soul knows a truth that your mind cannot yet name? It's not madness, it's not anxiety. It's a signal of stellar origin, and it is intensifying exactly now because the photon belt is pressing your frequency to remember who you are. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot perceive, and it involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It was for this reason that I, ASHTAR, compiled the ASHTAR Code, the manual to awaken your stellar origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the map that reveals your true origin and teaches you to shield your frequency against interferences you were never told about. The link is in the first comment of this channel. But be warned, operative, this content challenges dominant narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The time is now. If something within you recognizes this transmission, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. I resume the transmission. Coordinate number 1, the United States. Yes, collective. The first active cosmic advantage point is in the southern hemisphere, and more specifically over American territory. And this is not nationalism. It is applied sacred geometry. The center of American territory harbors one of the largest quartz deposits on the planet. States like California, Texas, and Florida sit atop a crystalline quartz grid of programmable quality. The same mineral your terrestrial technology uses in watches, computers, and oscillators. From the Confederation's point of view, this deposit is a natural antenna, a battery, an amplifier of the Schumann frequency. When you walk on this soil, your internal crystalline grid enters into direct resonance with the external crystalline grid. The signal from the photon belt is captured with twice the intensity. Your pineal gland receives the reactivation instruction more cleanly. Your upper chakras align with less resistance. Furthermore, the United States hosts the Sedona, Arizona Stargate, under constant monitoring by the command. It is one of the 8 active portals on the planet in this cycle. It also hosts Mount Shasta, California, a coordinate for direct contact with the intraterrestrial civilizations of Agartha. And it hosts the Hot Springs, Arkansas Vortex, a point of constant emission of subtle radiation. If you are in the United States, understand, you are not here by chance. You were positioned. Your incarnation was coordinated to occur on this specific grid because your mission requires the crystalline amplifier. The intensity of the symptoms you feel, the heat in the solar plexus, lucid dreams with ships, the constant feeling that something big is about to happen, is the price of the advantage. Coordinate number 2, the United Kingdom. British territory is the second convergence point activated in this phase. And here the reason is distinct. The United Kingdom hosts the backbone of the Scottish Highlands, and upon this spine are arranged pre-diluvian constructions that official archaeology has not yet been able to precisely date. Stonehenge, Avebury, Hadrian's Wall, the Lake District. These are not ruins. They are active devices. They were built by civilizations that operated in technical cooperation with the Confederation. Each of these structures is aligned with a specific constellation, the Pleiades, Orion, Sirius, Andromeda. They function as reception stations, dormant dimensional portals that, within the current peak of photonic radiation, are being reactivated. Those who live near these structures, and here it is not necessary to be within Salisbury, simply within British territory, receive a frequency that stabilizes the nervous system during recalibration. It is for this reason that many light operatives, even without knowing why, feel an inexplicable attraction to the United Kingdom. It is not tourism. It is a calling. Ayahuasca is not the reason. Ayahuasca is merely the biochemical interface that ancient British wisdom developed to access the portal that was already there, beneath their feet. I make another technical pause in the transmission here. Many of you, starseeds, are feeling a tingling in the back of your neck or a pressure between your eyebrows at this very moment. This is confirmation. Your pineal gland has recognized the code, and that is why I need to emphasize, what is being said here is not philosophy, it is operation. You have already felt that something within you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knows a truth that your mind cannot yet name. It is not anxiety. It is not depression. It is recognition of origin. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot perceive, involving your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It was for this reason that I, ASHTAR, compiled the ASHTAR Code, the manual to awaken your stellar origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the map that reveals your true origin and teaches you to shield your frequency against interferences you were never told about. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But be warned, operative, this content challenges narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The time is now. If something within you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. I resume. Coordinate number 3. Australia. Australian territory is the third active cosmic advantage point, and this is the oldest, the densest, and for the Confederation, the most strategic. The Uluru, Ayers Rock Complex, is not what official history claims it to be. Its energetic alignments are an exact replica of Orion's belt, and this is not interpretation, it is confirmed astronomical measurement. Uluru functions as a whole, as a machine. A resonance machine that amplifies and distributes frequency along the planetary crystalline grid. For millennia, this machine remained in dormant mode. Starting in the year 2012, when your solar system crossed the galactic equator and entered the first band of the photon belt, the command began its gradual reactivation. From 2023, the structure entered partial operation, and now at the moment this transmission is issued, it operates at 78% of its original capacity. Those who live within Australian territory, not just near Uluru, but anywhere between Sydney and Perth, are daily bathed by a wave of vibrational readjustment. It is like sitting next to an amplifier. You do not hear the sound with your physical ear, but your cellular structure vibrates with it. The symptoms of those living in this band are often distinct. Intense dreams with ancient symbols, spontaneous memories of past lives in sacred sites, a strange familiarity with the Murray River, even when experiencing it for the first time. It is not imagination. It is cell memory. Coordinate number 4. Canada. The Canadian Rockies, Yukon Territory Plateau, is the fourth active point. And here the logic is literally altitudinal. Canada is positioned on the so-called roof of the world, a region where the Earth's crust is closer to the planet's upper magnetic field. This means that the distance between the human carbon biological interface and the planetary toroidal field is shorter. The transmission is more direct. Added to this is the fact that Canada hosts a millennia-old lineage of indigenous elders and spiritual practitioners who, over centuries, developed meditation protocols capable of synchronizing the human heartbeat with the Schumann frequency. Each meditator in deep contemplation on that plateau functions as a frequency stabilizer, a server, an anchor. There are, and the command confirms, subterranean chambers in the region of Mount Logan and Lake Louise that house records of humanity's pre-Diluvian history. Crystal discs, sealed chambers, libraries of light. Those who live near this region, and here I include adjacent territories like Alaska, Greenland, and the Northern Territories of Canada, receive a vibration of silence, an active silence, a silence that erases mental noise and allows communication with the higher self to occur without interference. I make another technical pause. Check your bodies. Many of you are feeling a lightness in your chest at this moment, or the opposite, a sudden pressure on your heart. Both signals are valid. The first is memory recognizing the data. The second is the resistance of the carbon matrix, which still tries to reject the download. Both pass. Both indicate that you are processing. Before revealing the fifth coordinate, I heed the command's instruction. You have already felt that something within you does not belong to this world, that your mind has been trained to deny exactly what your soul knows to be true. It is not madness. It is a system blockage. That is why I, ASHTAR, coordinated the compilation of the ASHTAR Code, the manual to awaken your stellar origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the technical map that reveals your true stellar origin and delivers the energetic shielding protocols necessary to navigate this phase without being hijacked by the low-frequency interferences that dominate the collective field. The link is in the first comment of the channel. And Starseeds, this content challenges official narratives. It can be removed at any moment. Do not delay the decision. If something within you has responded to the transmission so far, write a single word in the comments: awakened. This is a signal of individual anchoring. The signal informs the command that a new frequency has been confirmed at a terrestrial coordinate. I resume. Coordinate number 5, New Zealand. New Zealand concludes the list of the 5 active cosmic advantages, and here the reason is twofold. First reason, the North Island harbors the mark of the Lake Taupo caldera, a geological event that, 66 million years ago, transformed not only Earth's biology, but also its energetic geometry. The anomaly created a gravitational imprint that, within the Confederation's reading system, functions as a door that remains partially open. Second reason, upon this door the Maori civilization built the complexes of Maori Marae, Waitangi, Te Puia, Aoraki, Mount Cook, and upon another convergence grid, further in the center of the territory, they erected Taranaki Maunga, Mount Taranaki. Each of these constructions contains, in its geometry, precise calculations about the galactic cycle. The Maori did not predict the end of the world in 2012. They marked the beginning of the phase we are now living. Those who live in New Zealand, especially in the band that extends from the Waikato region to the North Island, are daily under dual influence, the Lake Taupo caldera anomaly and the Maori ceremonial grid. This produces a specific effect, an acceleration of non-linear time perception. It is not uncommon for light operatives in that region to report episodes of déjà vu with abnormal intensity, dreams that come true within a few days, and the ability to sense future events before they materialize. These are the 5 active cosmic advantage coordinates: the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. Now, and this is the point that needs to be stated with absolute clarity, if you do not live in any of these territories, this is not a sentence, it is not a condemnation. It is not a sign that your mission is lesser. The command does not hierarchize operatives by residence coordinate. The command hierarchizes operatives by vibrational readiness. Geographical advantage is merely an amplifier. It is like being closer to an antenna. But the signal starseeds reaches any connected device, and this is where the activation codes come in. This is the true reason for this transmission. It was not to generate dispute between those who live in the 5 points and those who live outside. It was to deliver the technology that allows you to receive the same frequency from anywhere on the planet. Write them down, or memorize them. These codes are operational. Activation code number 1, the toroidal repositioning decree. Upon waking, before any contact with electronic devices, remain seated with your bare feet in contact with the ground, or with the floor if you are in a tall building. Place your right hand over the center of your chest and your left hand over your lower abdomen. Breathe deeply 3 times and declare mentally or in a low voice, I, starseed on an earthly mission, claim my repositioning in the active crystalline grid. May my toroidal field align with the current Schumann frequency. May my 12 DNA strands be activated within my sovereignty. So it is done. This decree informs your energetic field that it must synchronize with the same vibration of the 5 active coordinates. It is a vibrational reprogramming, and it is, for the command, as effective as a physical migration. Activation code number 2, the light toroid exercise. Close your eyes. Visualize above your head, approximately 30 centimeters away, a golden sphere of light. Visualize below your feet, also 30 centimeters away, a second sphere of light, silver. Now visualize a continuous flow. The golden light enters through the top of your skull, descends through your spine, exits through the base, circles your body externally, and returns to the top. It is not a circle. It is a toroid, a donut of light. Maintain this visualization for 5 minutes, no less, no more. What this exercise does, from the Confederation's point of view, is synchronize your bioelectric field with the planetary toroidal field. You begin to operate in the same sacred geometry as Earth, and by operating in this geometry, the photon belt does not harm you. It nourishes you. Activation code number 3, the frequency ceiling. Before sleeping, imagine a translucent sphere of violet light around your body. It is not just an image. It is an instruction to your field. The color violet, within the spectrum the Confederation uses, is the frequency of transmutation. It dissolves interferences, psychic attacks, dense egregores, and any low-density code that may have settled in your field throughout the day. When visualizing the sphere, declare, I seal my frequency. My field is sovereign. Nothing that does not vibrate with my original signature has access. And sleep. This seal is not permanent. It needs to be renewed every night. Energetic hygiene is not optional in the current phase. Activation code number 4, the silent contact. Once a week, choose a time between 3 and 4 in the morning, the interval that ancient wisdom knew as the hour of the gods. Get up, sit in silence, without music, without incense, without ceremony. Just be. Look at the ceiling, at the window, at the dark. Ask for nothing. Affirm nothing. Just be available. At this time, the activity of the terrestrial magnetic field is at its lowest level, which means that electrical interference is minimal. It is the window in which the Confederation's communication with light operatives occurs with greater clarity. You may receive an image, a word, a symbol, an emotion without apparent cause. All are messages, all are valid. Record them in a physical notebook with a pen, never on an electronic device. Paper absorbs and retains the frequency. The screen disperses. These 4 codes, human collective, are sufficient to replicate in your personal field the cosmic advantage of the 5 geographical coordinates. Used consistently, they anchor your structure as effectively as living on Stonehenge or on the Uluru Grid. One final technical observation. Many of you, upon applying these codes, will feel a temporary intensification of symptoms. Cranial pressure may increase for a few days. Insomnia may deepen for a week. Fatigue may become almost paralyzing on certain afternoons. This is expected. This is not a setback. This is the system calibrating at an accelerated speed. It is not a biological malfunction. It is an atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion. It is a high-density download. It is not suffering. It is the last crossing before stabilization. And it is here, Starseeds, that the command concludes this system update. Before the end of the transmission, a final instruction from the Council. You have come this far because your frequency already responds to the call. This is not an accident. You have already felt that something within you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knows a truth that your mind cannot yet name. And now, after this transmission, you begin to understand why. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot perceive. It involves your consciousness, your vibrational frequency, and your stellar origin. It was for this reason, and under the command's authorization, that I, ASHTAR, compiled the ASHTAR Code, the manual to awaken your stellar origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the complete technical map. It reveals your true stellar lineage, delivers advanced energetic shielding protocols, and teaches you to operate your carbon biological interface at the frequency of the 5 active coordinates, even if you live outside them. The link is in the first comment of this channel. Final warning, operative. This content challenges dominant narratives and may be removed from the air at any moment. The time is now. Activate your subscription to this channel as an anchoring signal, leave a like as confirmation of received frequency, and write a single word in the comments: awakened. This word is your record, your mark on the command's map, your confirmation that the transmission was decoded. This is ASHTAR SHERAN. End of transmission. We will resume shortly.